real quick, this is my alt channel, and my main channel is in danger every day of getting banned as a result of talking with these amazing people very candidly. So please do me a favor and subscribe down below. Helps me out a lot. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Look at this. Let's go ahead and move on to the drama. So if you guys weren't following the review tech thing, that's what I'm going to talk about. Look, and I'm not going to speak disparagingly against Rich. I'm just going to kind of give my thoughts on it because I think that's lame. Okay, I think that's lame to like just completely shit on somebody unless they're like really deserving it, like Nick Rekieta. That's a very inside joke. It's a very inside joke that only like me, like 3 other people know. So, as you know, you might not know actually. Review Tech has had a constant like spat with Melanie Mac, and Melanie Mac and me have been friends for years. And I'm not involved in other people's drama, okay? It's whatever. But I have noticeably seen Rich do a thing where it kind of seems like he's just doing stuff to get reactions. Right? Which is fine, dude. That's totally fine. I get it. But, you know, sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. So anyways, he went after Melanie. The first time he ever did it was when she like made a joke about a church getting struck by lightning and burning down because the church had openly said that they were pro LGBTQ or whatever. Now look, regardless of what you believe, I'm not like anti-LGBT. I don't care. I don't care enough. I'm not passionate enough to care. But that's kind of the irony and the joke is it got struck by lightning because they came out and said they're pro-LGBTQ. And obviously, if you actually can digest any of ancient text in almost any religion, it's going to be against that shit. Look, it's a Middle Eastern religion from 2,000 years ago. Okay, it's going to be against gay stuff. I'm sorry. People that were born in 1960 are against gay stuff, or was. So you could best damn believe 2,000 years ago they were against it. That's just how it was, right? So there's the irony in the statement that lightning struck the church. That's the joke. Therein lies the joke, right? So, anyways, that being said, so Rich was furious about this shit. He was so angry that Melanie laughed at the church thing because it's not a joke, it's serious. But I thought that was weird because Rich, I'm pretty sure Rich is secular. And also no one was hurt. Why is Rich mad? Is he mad because he's not secular and he doesn't like when churches get hurt? Or is he mad? What is he mad at? So I was confused back then. I thought the joke was hilarious because I get the irony in the joke, right? I like dark humor. So anyways, so ever since then, he's had a hate boner for her. So, and a lot of people get hate boners for Melanie. I get it. They also get real boners for Melanie, which I also get, you know. She's a fine looking specimen, even though she's like 62. And that's totally fine. That's a joke, Melanie. I apologize. Anyway, so Rich comes on stream to battle Melanie. And the issue with this, right? The issue is that in this is the only, and I commented this, I'll read my comment. What's up, Valhalla? The only thing that people on this other side, and now to be honest, being upset that a church got struck by lightning doesn't seem like it would be on this side, but it is in this situation. The only way to be angry is to shame. And I know for a fact, Melanie doesn't care. So once you defuse the shaming aspect of these kind of things, it completely diffuses the situation. Because if you're not capable of being shamed, you're not capable of losing, right? The only thing people can do when you say something that might be perceived as anti-LGBTQ is they call you a bigot. And then you say, yes, I agree, I'm a bigot. Then what's their next move? The next move is for them to be like, oh shit, and then they just stop responding because they can't. There's nothing else you can do. The whole point is to say you are a bad person, and if you agree you're a bad person, then they have nothing else to say. The situation's over, and Melanie does that in a very, very, very nice and concise way. Okay, so let's play that so you can hear it. It's for funs.
Somebody, because I'm sure they were saying more than just looks. I'm sure they were calling her homophobic. I'm sure they were saying that she's a bigot. I'm sure they're saying all this other fucked up shit.
Right. See, she's agreeing, which is what she should do. That's what I always do. When people are like, you're an asshole, I'm like, yeah, I agree. And then that's the end of the situation.
I was defending that.
How is that incorrect? You were mocking a trans woman incessantly and laughing in her face. I watched the clip.
Yeah, that's true. I did.
Okay, so how are you not anti-LGBTQ when you do something like that?
I am anti-LGBTQ.
Okay, that's fine. That's all I wanted to know.
Okay, good.
Okay, Rich, so what now?
See, that's the end of it. You can't do anything else in that situation. Oh, I am. That's the end of it. The only thing you can do is to shame. So here's how I responded. And this is what set Rich off on me. I say, when you just say, yeah, I am all the bad things you say I am, it quite literally ends the conversation. Their only form of debate is to shame. If you don't care, they can't continue. Masterful performance, Melanie. Right? She said, thank you. Because we're bros. Me and Melanie have hung out before. We're bros in real life. Even though I think somebody tried to start some shit between me and her at one point and it didn't work. But yeah, I don't think you could even start shit between Melanie and people that she genuinely is totally cool with. Like she's not the kind of person that will read a tweet and be like, I'm angry at this person, even though it's not them that said it, was somebody else that said a thing. Incoherent Turd says, I love being labeled phobic racist, empowers me. Yeah, that's kind of, people are starting to understand. And it's not, Art says it's leaning into the joke, right? I don't necessarily think it's leaning into the joke. If you're serious, and you agree that random labels like racist or phobic or anything, they don't mean anything. Actually, racist people are terrible people. People that genuinely hate other people and want them dead over what they look like or something. Yeah, those are fucked up people. There's not a lot of them. But see, the misconception is that they're everywhere. Like everybody's just this person. Like there's 50% of America wants other races dead. That is not a thing. It is less than probably 0.05% of people actually feel that way. Probably less than that. Shit. Which is too many anyway. But the term has been thrown around so much for political gain that society started doing it for their own personal gain, right? For their own moral superiority purposes. And it lost all meaning. So when somebody calls you racist, you say damn straight, and it's over. It's over. Because generally speaking, if you say the chick that was cast in Romeo and Juliet is ugly as sin, that's not racist. That's just fact. Okay. That's just fact. Shrek is not sexy, except for when he becomes sexy. That's why he's called Handsome Shrek in that one movie. The third one, maybe? Second one? I don't know. Right? But Shrek's ugly. He's fucking Shrek. That's the whole point. He's an ugly, scary ogre guy. They didn't sell the movie as Shrek, the most attractive green man alive. Everybody's falling over themselves to try to fuck Shrek. No one. They didn't sell the movie like that. But that's how they're trying to sell Romeo and Juliet. The Juliet lady looks like Sloth from the Goonies, bro. And they're like, you're racist if you disagree. What? No. I could think of 10 black women off the top of my head that are gorgeous. What does this have to do? What are you trying to say? You're boiling her down into just a color, which is in turn racist, in my opinion. It's actual racism. When somebody says voter ID laws are wrong because black people are not smart enough to access the internet, nor are they smart enough to figure out how to get an ID, that feels racist to me. Like real racism. You think people are lesser than you? That's real racism, in my opinion. But we got to protect them. Yeah, that's called racism. You think you have to protect them because why? They can't protect themselves. That's not true. They're capable of everything else. They're capable of the same shit. All right, anyways, let's go back to this. So Rich gets mad at me for responding and defending Melanie in that way. And I didn't really defend her, to be fair. I was just speaking out that when you just agree that you are what they say you are, they lose all their power. Anyways, Review Tech screenshotted it, I guess. I guess he didn't quote tweet me. He probably blocked me. I don't fucking know. I haven't looked. So Review Tech shared that tweet that I made and said that it's so sad to see CAMELOT go down this path. And I'm like, what do you mean? What path am I going down? I've always been friends with Melanie. I've told Rich this on stream, live, face to face. And me and Rich didn't disagree that much on stuff. We like went back and forth and stuff, and he kind of agreed. We kind of agreed. We disagree a little. But then he goes on his own show and he's fucking like unhinged for some reason. He'll be like, hormones for 6-year-olds, yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? You just agree with me like my last show, and now you're saying the complete opposite on your show. So weird. And I don't know, man. I think Rich does these things to give him some fuel for his streams. And that, dude, I get it. I totally get it. Streaming's hard as fuck when it comes to like trying to be on for hours. So you need to talk about something. I totally get it. But I don't know if it's Rich is going through something. This is what I said in my defense of me saying this. I feel like Rich is going through some shit. And he hasn't really told anybody. Because why would you? I mean, I wouldn't tell you if I was going through some shit. I'd tell you I'm going through some shit, but I wouldn't elaborate. Because it'd probably be some hyper gay stuff. But I think he's just going through some shit. And he's just having a bad day or a bad week or a bad month, you know? Because I got to put respect where respect is due. When I first started YouTube, Review Tech's the one that branched out and fucking helped me grow in the beginning. I don't forget that shit at all. I think it's great. That's why I still pop into his streams every now and then. That's why, you know, I will converse with him. You know, I know we disagree on 90% of shit, and that doesn't bother me. I don't care. You know, I hang out with a lot of white girls. We disagree on everything, you know? So, but I think him going after me in any shape or form feels like he's got to be going through some shit. And that sucks. And I hope he stops going through it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Because I noticed he stopped uploading on his channel completely. I know him and Jay had a falling out. Jay's a cool dude, his editor. I like Jay. And it was all over a couple $100. I don't know. It just all seemed a little unexpected and unhinged. So the only thing I can tell myself, because obviously Rich has been in this space for years and he's always been kind of whatever, kind of normal, but you know, he'll say some shit every once in a while. Like when he was doing the January 6th thing, like when he streamed about January 6th and he was screaming that it was like the end of democracy. I was like, all right, go now. Go now. Not a big deal. You know, it was more, I look at politics as entertainment, not as stuff to get pissed off over, you know. I'm still gonna have to pay taxes no matter what happens, so it doesn't matter. Art says, I think he's closetedly gay. It's possible. And I could be that way too. That's why I'm terrified of getting a damn prostate exam. Right? I'm so terrified of getting a prostate exam because I'm scared I'm gonna nut immediately and fall over and like knock over a damn bench or something. You know, like, you know, I'm terrified of that shit. Not looking forward to that. The prostate exam. You know, you never know, man. That shit, that doctor's trained. Okay. They know what they're doing. Oh, just shoot ropes all over the floor and fall over and black out. Oh, damn. Now I'll never be able to do this anymore. I'll never be able to feel the same anymore.